unfortunately, we are not doing Exerbia right now. We are doing shoe. And we are talking about not MILFs. No. Because it will technically mean that that is something that you are desiring. No. We're talking about the ones that are hunting you. The cheetahs of the night. The one who can smell young blood. Cougars. Let's just dive straight into it.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the rich, evil pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and having a wife and 2 kids is dying. And the Zoomer-Coomer fantasy of a rich, older girlfriend taking charge and making you chicken nuggies while you play video games in your pajamas all day is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting. Or, you know, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it something different. Hag-maxing.
Yay!
In my last video, I jokingly referenced the term hag-maxing.
You've been on a date with a 40-year-old.
Okay, that's different.
How is that different?
He's right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle, he's hag-maxing. Educate yourself. Which greatly intrigued a lot of you. So I decided, you know what?
Wait, we gotta read those comments real quick.
Yourself. Which greatly intrigued a lot of
Hag-maxing, that's a new one. Audibly laughing. Yeah, it's literally a term. It sounds so wrong. No, don't worry. We are not going down that rabbit hole with the Gen Z ladies' language. Jesus Christ. I felt that. Parts of me died inside.
Flashback.
They tell us that they're locked in on improving the housing situation in this country. They must have brain rot from watching too much Kai Cenat and forgot about their plans to ban social media for kids under 14. If that becomes law, you can forgo skull emoji all about watching Duke Dennis or catching a dub with the bros on Fort. Chat, is this Prime Minister serious?
So I decided, you know what, I am going to make an entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon. Gen Z men going out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing, or is it a symptom of broader societal issues?
The only justifier for this literally is if you are a believer in, what is it called, odontology? Faith of like women with big asses. Single 21-year-old man with no interest in life. Yep, she's our goddess. And you're a literal dog in her eyes, a puppy she wants to save.
To date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing, or is it a symptom of broader societal issues? Why are all these young whippersnappers scooping up these older timepieces? Oh, speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Holzkern. Holzkern is a young Austrian company that creates unique...
We talked about Austria before. This one is actually nice. I have gifted a couple of watches to people from this. It's actually a quality product. They also do bracelet and all kind of things. It's literally a thing that I've started to do to like, not exactly support locally, but like ethical reasons. Spending a bit more money to get a product like this is nice. They are shipping to Europe for like 2 days pretty quickly. So if you're European, I'd recommend to buy a watch from there. Anyways.
Crafted watches, jewelry, and accessories using all natural materials like wood and stone. Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women. Personally, I'm a huge fan of their men's watch collection.
Yeah, it's
like
expensive.
the solar-powered watch called the Comfort Crusher. That's made with fine-grained walnut wood and encased in stainless steel. The walnut wood comes from here in North America, and all the wood Holzkern uses are FSC certified, ensuring that it was forested in a sustainable way. I got my husband the Open Horizon watch, modeled after a real pilot's watch. It comes with a beautiful green marble dial and even has a built-in stopwatch function. He loves the sporty yet professional look, making it a perfect choice to wear at both work and home. And it would be a great gift for any cougar looking to spoil their Zoomer boyfriend. Just saying. The watch I picked out for myself is the Colorburst Automatic watch. It has a unique green mosaic embedded in a stainless steel casing, and its wooden strap is easily adjustable to fit every wrist. Holzkern's products are made in small quantities to ensure that each item is built to last. They do a great job combining—
We're watching the ad because it's a show on head video. Usually there's a knife after the ad, so...
and necklaces, like this platinum-plated shade necklace. The store has accessories for both men and women, like the durable Forte bandlet for men made from orange-white marble, or the Duet bandlet for women, made with zebra wood and elegant gold stainless steel. All items come with a 2-year warranty, and ordering is super easy with free express shipping to the US and most EU countries within 2 to 5 days. So if you're looking for a gift for someone, or you just want to treat yourself to a nice high-quality watch, I definitely recommend checking out their store. Just click the link in the video description and use my special discount code SHOE at checkout to get 10% off.
I'm sorry, I had to comment to the one here. Australia conquered Denmark earlier this year. Is that with regards to Mary? Yeah, for those of you who do not know, our king now is married to an Australian queen. So, yeah, welcome to the family.
Off your order store-wide. So big thank you to Holtzgren for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to it. What's up with Gen Z slang, dude? Looks maxing, hag maxing, riz, sus. Back in my day, we had our epic bacon and rafflecopters, and we were happy. Now, when I think of the term hag, I usually think of an evil, cackling witch. But no, apparently now it means women above 30. Fuck you guys. I'm so tired of comments that are like, I used to watch you when I was in 3rd grade and now I'm graduating college. Good for you. Awesome. Congratulations. My knees hurt when I get up off the floor. Now, this term hagmaxing went viral a few months ago with this screenshot. Meet the hagmaxers. Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is—
Yeah, it was a meme. Just to make that pretty damn clear, it was a meme.
Making its rounds on social media. Gen Z men are ditching casual sex with their women to pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this article doesn't actually exist, it was a meme created on 4chan, because of course it was, but the meme did spark a massive conversation and debate about hagmaxing. And people had a lot of strong opinions about it. Motherless behavior. This is just mommy issues rebrand. Another day, another psyop. It's not hagmaxing, it's MILF hunting, and it's an art. Please don't misappropriate my fetishes, giving the dumbest name known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16, waiting for a 20 to 25-year-old to pick me up, lol.
Wait, you didn't know? Of course she's over 30. I'm 30 hitting that mark next year. I just think that this is like symptomatic of what would ever happen to anyone who finally gets the chance to indulge in what they have been deprived from. Right? For the longest time, it was always this. Rich guys who were likely older were indulging in that kind of behavior with younger women, because for one purpose you will say that it could be because of reproduction, as women are most fertile in those early years, but also because they found them to be a bit more exciting. Make of it whatever you want, that was the thing. However, now women were now also given the freedom and economical incentive to also do the same thing, but with younger men. So the cycle repeats itself until we at some point end up finding a balance.
Well, okay, officer. I'm gonna throw up. I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills. Drizzle, drizzle. Young hard dicks and the older women who enjoy them. This isn't new. Hagmax bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been hagmaxing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class.
You're not supposed to be proud of that.
I'm going to kill every last Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself.
Bro, what?
I want to be a hagmaxer, lol, any female taker, XD. I like thick MILFs and I cannot lie. Oh nice, it must be socially acceptable for 37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa, 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 let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Let's not do that. Calm yourself, buddy. Calm yourself. The worst part is always this whole thing of like, so you're 37. Yes, she's 20. When did you meet each other? I'm not answering that question. That's the part. That's the freaky part. Like, I have absolutely, if they are consenting adults, like was stated in the previous video there, with the shallowness of people, I don't care, okay? Frankly, the whole thing about people finding it creepy, I get it. But it's not my place to come and comment about people's romance. But it's always a little bit funky to do the math backwards.
Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women. Women over 32 should be illegal. Now, according to the very astute, always reliable source, knowyourmeme.com, the term hag-maxing is very popular in the VTuber community. Now, I don't have much interest in the VTuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot of interest. Should I do a
Technically, I was branded as being a VTuber because, well, a lot of VTubers were reacting to Sean Head videos, and the model, as you can clearly see, is very sophisticated and somewhat hyper-realistic. Yeah, in a way we have found a way to get path tracing through the stream, so we're working wonders here. So I should classify as one.
video reacting to VTubers reacting to me one day. That might be fun. Let me know if I should do that. Although it seems to be a meme amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing happening in real life. Rise of the boy toy. Why older women are dating Gen Z men at record rates. One woman stated, "Women my age seem to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities." Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100 times in this video, but could you imagine an article like this with the genders reversed? I love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through. People would just be calling it red pill incel Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z men are on the rise. Our analysis of age hypogamy reveals the pragmatic underpinning of these relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same is true for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options. For their part, many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age, or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
And I'm proud to be a millennial with my side part and skinny jeans.
If you're an older millennial woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy, inclusive views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional well-being. In many ways, Gen Z men see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially.
Oh no, no. Okay, you can look at it in two ways. The one way would be that this is in actual earnestness, right? That these are literally guys who have been raised to care enough about their own emotions and that of their partner, and being able to communicate about that. Because let's be totally honest, past generations, grandpa and grandma didn't exactly fit that way. How many stories? I can tell you, I have so many anecdotes of like older people whom I've talked to when I was like asking them like, how did you meet? Yeah, I don't exactly know. I found myself in a relationship that's like grandma talking with him, and suddenly we were like married for 5 years. I'm like, wait, grandma, you skipped some steps here. What was the romance? What was the coup de foudre? What actually made you fall in love with him? Yeah, no, it was an arranged marriage. Bruh. What the fuck? Different times back then. So that's one angle. You could look at it in earnestness. The other one is like, we might have social engineered women to fall for that trick.
With their evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by podcast bros. I love how millennial women...
Podcast bros. That's why I mentioned that last part there. Literal social engineers
have just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks f***ing a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like, yes, queen, that zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive. He's not like those podcast bros. I swear modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like, just a bunch of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering. Genius! Even Hollywood seems to be hopping on the hag-maxing train. Why are so many older women dating younger men in recent rom-coms? I'm old enough to be your mother, sighs Anne Hathaway as she passionately entwines with Amazon's new heartthrob Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh, Anne Hathaway? I'm sorry, who wouldn't hag-max with Anne Hathaway?
What a forward young man you are!
I don't know if I'm the only one who was like watching way too many movies, stuff like American Pie. Who doesn't remember Stifler's mom? Like stuff like that. I'm not saying that it was common, but it was a phenomenon that we knew about.
My goodness!
This phenomena is a ground-breaking shift, considering Hollywood's reputation for perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just kind of assholes, celebrating of billionaire female CEOs. Like, did you actually want change? Or was it really all just penis envy? Older women partnering with younger men.
As I said, it's symptomatic of what happens. If you're gonna exclude some people from indulging in something, or at least making it seem that is a thing that you're supposed to be doing, even if they combat it, at some point they too will have a certain form of resentment and want to indulge in the similar things. Like, and also it really doesn't help, right? It really doesn't help that guys keep on spreading that bullshit thing of, oh, remember how our teachers used to look like? Shows a picture of Sylvester Stallone. And how the current teachers are just banging hotties, yet still they are engaged in sexual relationship with minors. We need to stop making those jokes, okay? It doesn't help the situation.
Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15 and she was his high school teacher. Wait!
What the Okay, hold on a minute. We've been making jokes. If you're not a French speaker, we've been making jokes about Macron and his mom, I mean his wife, for many years. I did not know the story about meeting at that time. Hold on a minute, we need to... Where is this article coming from?
That is not good. There should be a stigma against that. What? Maybe these high-profile women will help shatter the stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a little bit of detective work here. What the hell?
Few moments.
Maria Leonard Olsen, who published this thing. Let's read. According to Dr. Nicole Kurtz, much of the stigma against older women dating younger men is rooted in gender roles, expectations, and ideas of beauty that serve based on biology, i.e., younger women more able to reproduce were seen more attractive. Due to advance in medicine, science, and society, this is changing. Women no longer need to rely on men for financial security, and many of these women are choosing men for their physical attractiveness and vitality. Well, get to the gym, buddy. You need to maintain that young and youthful look until way into your 70s. Dating Libby Zirkov, 97, a realtor and lifelong learning instructor in Wilmington, Delaware. In her prime example, breaking the barrier, she coupled with a 85-year-old man. I continue to be a very sexy lady even at this age. Okay, what's the part with Macron? That's what I'm interested in. Here we go. Perhaps celebrity will help to ease this stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15 and she was his high school teacher. That is so creepy. Holy shit, that's creepy. No, there should be a moratorium on something like that. This has got to freaking stop. Literally, the example that I made before. In his book, Revolution, Emmanuel Macron described the affair as a love often clandestine, often hidden, misunderstood by many before imposing itself. Emmanuel? Emmanuel? I beg your pardon? Well, apparently it is in his book, so we need to normally cross-reference this. I will be doing that in post, but I'm just gonna take it as it is written there. Cher is dating a 40-year-old, a man 40 year her junior, Heidi Klum. Hey, wait, Heidi Klum, she is Seal's girlfriend, right? But Seal is like 60, and she must be 51 now. So she went with an older man before, Heidi Klum that is, and is now dating one that is 60 years younger than her. Well, shit. And by the way, if you don't know who Seal is the guy who did the Batman song. That's literally the only music that I remember from him. But yeah, sorry about that. Let's go back to the video.
After all, at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No. When you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that. What am I reading? I'm 37 and my boyfriend is 23. I make upper six figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need my man to have a good job. We both know what we want out of this relationship and we're...
Again, that's the thing that I said. The same thing with dudes who, like, stand forward and goes like, yeah, she's 22. When did you meet? I believe I was 21.
That they put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing.
What the fuck, man? He was 16 at the time then, if he's been for 3 years. Or no, then he's now 22. Depending on which part we are to believe here. The mathing.
Getting it. You know, honestly, good for this wait. One is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3... Oh no. We older women aren't man haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man. We are not drama queens. We can't get pregnant. We are very sexy. I'm not like the other girls. I'm infertile. Men dating older women is called hag-maxing now. Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic? No, it's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing. We're taking back the term hag. It's like when black people took back the N-word. There's something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when...
What the fuck?
It's a younger man dating an older woman. The younger man is still the predatory one? What? You guys just cannot win. Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not a hag. Okay, so we've heard from the hag.
Yeah, well, Shu, what is that statement? What do you answer to that one?
Hags. Now let's hear from the hag-maxers. Why are these young men dating older women?
Mommy issues.
I have mommy issues. Oh, well, there has to be other reasons, right? I have a granny fetish. Come on, there's gotta be another reason.
Go
because Gen Z women aren't worth going for. And I have mommy issues. To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car, a house, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience.
Literally the opposite, not the opposite, but a similar thing that I would assume some women also do. At least the ones that I know personally are dating older guys would do. That they just feel way more mature. And that's it. At least that's my own personal bias about this. Of course, there are hoes out there who are all there for the bag, as well as this guy to some degree.
I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than Zoomer girls. Honestly, it's partly because modern Western girls from 18 to 25 are like 80% hoes now. A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners, sexual or other, than a woman who is 5 years younger than her.
Like, I can give you an example. as being a little bit too open here. I'm 29. My girlfriend is 3 years younger than I am. And how do I put this? She would be classified as a feminist. Here's how I can substantiate this claim, okay? As some of you would have heard before, as I said, we are in the process of moving. We're moving a little bit further to the countryside. So as we are packing our stuff, right, I'm coming up with my books, my science books and like fantasy literature, Warhammer books and stuff like that, packing it down. And she is organizing her feminist literature. That's how much of a feminist she fucking is. However, the distribution of the things that we do is very traditional. She has literally all of the, 1960 mother roles of wanting to take care of the homes, cook and all that stuff. It depends on the person. It's a wild generalization to make, and about whether or not younger women are not willing to have that.
Changed my Tinder age range from 20 to 25 to 30 to 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make six figures at 22 years old. It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money.
All men react. Wait, what the? Hi.
I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything.
I need to hear that one again.
And have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make six figures at 22 years old. It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money. I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good sex, intellectual conversations, less games, more fun, and they treat you nicely. They tend to be more grounded. Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older men, then why not younger men date older women? I'm 16 and I'm not attracted to anyone below 30 years old.
So, here's the guy. Here's the guy from before. The 19-year-old that is dating the lady. It's him. We found him.
Ah yes, the elusive reverse pedophile. Dating a woman with a career, property, experience in bed and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention. Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit amazing. I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of—
Yo, I mean, that's one thing that you cannot deny, okay? You get to bang, and she literally makes you a meal home. That's a win. That's a massive win.
Trying with women my age and younger. They are all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're hyping up millennial women too much here. Oh, they're not narcissists obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace days. Have you ever met a Gen Z woman? Who would want to date them? They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you. Oh my god. Nothing like a no denture adventure. You people are sick. No, I don't believe this is happening more than ever just because Gen Z men like easy sex or gifts. Or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No, yeah. I think there's more to it, and I have a few theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young, college-educated women want college-educated men. See, Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who's making more than her. But not that many young men are on that level yet. Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree. Karen wants to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang you in the back seat, then take you to Olive Garden. No strings attached.
No. She could have kept the part there with the olive garden.
Limited breadsticks. For basically all of human history, the most prevalent age gap was older man and younger woman. But why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps who should be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also also, it's because younger women are more fertile, and the whole point of relationships is to make babies.
Well,
at least
at some point in
used
life.
to be. Well, at least in our lizard brains. That's the whole point. I don't know what the point of modern relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me. Like, what's the point? As well as situationships and polycules. The world is very confusing. It turns out people
are different than you.
Are different than me. Now let's be...
Yeah, quite literally. That's all what it comes down to. That's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna judge what people do with their lives. I don't believe in like some weird objective standard of how we should lead our lives, because it's more about more than just procreation. Like, some people are always saying some bullshit like, why are you even bringing a child to this life that is going to, when the world is getting overpopulated? We've already talked about this stuff in the previous video. Overpopulation is some bullshit, okay? Debunk that stuff. Get that out of your brain. That doesn't exist. So those anti-natalist type that will go straight up after the likes of even PewDiePie, a man who literally won in life. Like, leave people have kids, okay? It's not an issue. Also, if you don't want to, it's fine. Don't be weird about people who also don't want to have kids. It's also fine to just enjoy your life as a single individual, or however the hell you want to live it. Just don't start imposing it on other people.
Be real, hagmaxing simply does not make any sense from a evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's 2024, we have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology. We can grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of plastic now. Men wanting to be with younger women made sense.
And our bowls also have a bunch of plastic in them. Just a fact that I'm not gonna ever let die. As was showcased in the Kurzgesagt video recently, beside the sun being a deadly laser, we should get our bowls checked, because one of the biggest and fastest causes of cancer is that one below the belt.
When babies were the goal, but babies don't seem to be the goal anymore. For many older women who simply don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men who think they can't afford them, or even worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change. It's like every other week I see an article, fear-mongering Gen Z. Don't have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah blah blah, you have to save the planet. And first of all, I gotta ask, who the fuck we saving the planet for if not future generations? So if Gen Z does not want kids, if they think they can't afford kids, why does being with a fertile woman even matter? Might as well date an older woman. Might as well scramble those...
eggs.
Rotten eggs. Ugh.
Oh no.
Editor. Edit that out. Edit that out.
Didn't need that image. No.
But believe it or not, hagmaxing is not really a new thing. It's been around for a really long time. Hundreds of years even. In fact, there was a very famous hagmaxer in American history who wrote an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman.
Benjamin Franklin. It's gonna be Ben Franklin. It's gonna be Ben Franklin. You wanna know how I know that? So I'm gonna cut to the short part, because I could be talking about this all day. Literally, 3 days ago, I'm stuck in a conversation about some of the quotes that some of the founding fathers wrote, because we had a short little talk about the concept of the separation of church and state, which is something that is not written in any of the founding documents, not in the Constitution or anything. It's not like literally phrased in any way, but when we're talking about things like unreasonable searches, right, and seizure, violating any rights of privacy as a whole, it's not exactly something that is written in the America manga or the canon of anything, of any document, but any branches of government, legislation, or even courts will always call it the right to privacy. So in a way that there is the amendment clause and the free to exercise clause, those things were kind of like inferred to be there. Thomas Jefferson wrote some things that alluded to the separation of church and state, of how it is that the American government is not allowed to impose people to believe in certain things, nor to force them to not believe in certain things, and that's how it all comes together. Now, that's Thomas Jefferson. That's the more reasonable part of the founding fathers here. I had to kind of like give you preemptively this thing before we jump into the menace that is Ben Franklin. There's a reason why Benny was turned into a villain, a Templar in Assassin's Creed. If you played Rogue, I believe. Or additionally, for more of a game reference, I do believe that he was in Tony Hawk Underground 2. You can also play as Ben Franklin, because the guy was literally a troll. In the 1700s, his brother had a journal where he started writing letters to that under a pseudonym where he pretended to be a woman. Ben Franklin, that is. He wrote letters where he talked about society, religion, culture, marriage, stuff like that. And they were so good that men thought that she was real and wanted to court him and eventually marry him and do the dirty. This was Ben Franklin at 16, trolling people through the newspaper. Later on, this man literally wrote a letter, not a letter, a full-blown essay about flagellants, farts. Benjamin Franklin was a fucking menace. And yeah, he had a preference for older women. That's all I'm saying. That's the deep lore of Ben Franklin. The more you know.
And that Hagmaxer's name? Benjamin Franklin. No, I'm not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits of Hagmaxing. And what's funny is a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin gives are the same reasons a lot of the Zoomers who Hagmax give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better stored with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lastingly agreeable. Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality. Because there is no hazard of children, which irregularly produced may be attended with much inconvenience. Because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're easier to cheat on your wife with. Lovely! Because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms, the lower parts continuing to the last, as plump as ever.
What I remember from AC, which unfortunately wasn't mentioned, no, none of this was mentioned in Assassin's Creed Rogue. What I remember was them alluding to him doing a thing, because we all know Ben Franklin, electricity. He was the first storm chaser. There is a point in history where the whole craze of electricity kind of took over, and he started grilling chicken using electricity. The whole Hagmaxing could have been a thing. I'm not too sure if that was prevalent in the game, but I might have to look back at it. Perhaps I will edit this later and find some clues. Usually I do actually play games just to find the clips that I tend to put on my videos. So yeah, that could be fun to find.
Benjamin Franklin really just said, "The ass is still fat." Incredible stuff from our founding fathers. I will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again. This is no longer the guy who discovered electricity. No, this is the great American Hagmaxer. So basically, some Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by dating the women who are suffering from the female loneliness epidemic. Like the two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain. Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest, I don't think this is an epidemic, like the internet makes it seem like it is. All the data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them, and men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them. Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older, he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more.
This is again to remind people that these are oddities.
And couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce. But it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye on. As the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of hagmaxing? Have you ever hagmaxed? Would you hagmax? Personally, I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating middle school while I was going into college. Well, to be clear, I did not know him when he was in middle school. I am not married to a middle schooler. Not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the newspaper that I am a groomer. If you liked this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video. Check them out, link down below, and I will see you next time with a new video.
Random jail sound coming. Sean Head is a groomer. Fuck. A lot of people have been hagmaxing recently. I mean, I can't blame them. Having tried myself to be with an older woman, it's different. It's different for sure. On one end, they're more experienced in bed. That's all I can say to that. And they know how to cook. The amount of young people who don't know how to freaking boil a potato or just not burn rice. It's not hard.